Welcome to TDC and the Today Show. I am your host, Unstoppable Tracy, and it is with such pleasure that my guests today are Annamaria Bliven from Onwards and Upwards, as well as Kurt Ruskopf, and both of these are the latest member of the TDC USA family. So welcome to the show today. So both of you, can you tell us a little bit more about what your title is and what you do for TDC in the USA?
I am the mentor and enrollment person, helping folks that are wanting to enroll in the TDC signatures and accessible media courses that will make them ready to have careers and occupation in the media industry.
That's extraordinary. Who doesn't want to be job ready? And we definitely need to bow down to our enrollment registration folk. I don't think people have any idea what goes on behind the scenes. But I know you work 24/7, my friend.
It's my pleasure.
Thank you, Annamaria. And then part of your team, sort of the MacGyver of networking extraordinaire, we have our Kurt with us, Kurt Ruskopf. Kurt, will you tell us a little bit about your title and role?
Yeah, I'm very proud to be an ambassador of the TDC work and getting out there that TDC USA is available. I'm out there with a lot of Zoom sessions and getting my LinkedIn profile out there and sending emails and just finding people all over the United States, and for sure here in Wisconsin. Very proud that the state of Wisconsin can be kind of a pivotal part of this at the present time. And so just a lot of outreaching and public relations and getting into some of these listening sessions that government agencies do and keeping the pulse on things like DVR, the Division of Vocational Rehabilitation, and see how TDC can serve what we do here in the USA.
Incredible. So how did you both get involved with TDC USA?
Kurt, you can start with that because I got introduced through you.
Oh,
yeah. So I was just trying to set the stage for that. It's always interesting to see how people get involved through invitation. And, you know, for me, it was getting involved in events out here. And I played a particular role in getting a resource fair, expo. We ended up doing a virtual event. And when I was working on this back in February, I was on LinkedIn and the TDC logo popped in as I'm plugging away on LinkedIn. And Jay can tell you that I gave him a call and I said, wow, you have me at hello here, sir. What's all going on up there in Canada? And I want to do some of that here in Wisconsin and wherever else you'd want to take it in the USA. And, so here we are. And my venture started through water skiing. I started water skiing 30 years ago with adults with disabilities. And I've been hooked on building my future through the disability community ever since. And the fact that this is a media outlet now for what I've been doing in past years, this is awesome.
And you just showed the power of making an introduction, taking initiative, reaching out. And who knew that you would explode USA with TDC? I mean, it's phenomenal.
It's dynamite. We're exploding it.
So, Kurt, are you a volunteer, or are you someone with a disability yourself, or are you a veteran? What's your passion and connection to this world?
Well, I'm civilian. I'm not veteran. I don't report a disability. Philosophically, I believe everybody basically can relate to a disability of some sort. But with government, we have to have this thing where either a person qualifies in what the government is doing or not. So I think that's where the whole disability designation comes from. But yeah, I mostly built up what I've been doing as a volunteer, whether at my church with disability ministry, whether with Optimus International, saying, hey, let's recruit people with disabilities like never before in membership, in lifelong learning. Let's make sure we have accommodations for people with disabilities that as I'm learning with people with disabilities. And I've been going to Aging and Disability Resource Center advisory board meetings and trying to give my 2 cents worth as a citizen. And in the business world, I'm trying to really show the value and the untapped human resource in the disability community for corporations, businesses, even ma and pa shops, that we can get people with disabilities working like never ever before. And it's exciting that the Disability Channel is all about this. So it's a match made in heaven right here.
It is a match made in heaven. There's so many statistics about loyalty and longevity and like exponentially increased innovation and problem solving skills. It's just like a massive untapped resource. And then my magnificent Annamaria, what is your passion with this world?
You know, you mentioned untapped resource. I'm kind of an untapped resource, sort of been tapped, but not to the full extent. Since 2013, I've been helping people work at home. I mean, I'm a career counselor in the Army, served in the Army for 26 years.
Oh, thank you for your
left. Thank you. And quite innocently in 2013, December of 2013, my life took a little bit of a turn unexpectedly when other people's lives were turning upside down. They were on the brink of being homeless. I kept them from losing everything, but I also, there was a way that they can work at home and be home with the kids.
Yes.
So when you start doing it for 1, 2, 3, 4 families in a community of a church of 300 and a community of 7,000, that's in a community of 50,000. I mean, it was just, my phone started to blow up.
I bet.
And a new phenomena was happening on its own. Anything that I tried to do for I could not have even imagined this happening, but it did. The really cool thing is that for those folks that not were just parents but also disabled, they found their way to me, and they discovered flexibility and freedom that really, really matters when you are physically or mentally limited.
Yes. Well, and you both are disarming those limiting beliefs. And one of the tools or resources you're doing that through is a job readiness training. Kurt, can you talk a little bit about the job readiness training and how people find it?
Well, basically, Annamaria's work is a great place. You know, she's got a website and she's got a page that describes from her standpoint that she specializes in getting people into jobs. So right there on the websites that she's working on, all that is there, and it links back over to the Disability Channel. And obviously with what I'm doing out there, just today I was on Zoom sessions I was with a group called VetNet that was started out of Colorado, and I was telling those vets that we have job ready training. So it just takes getting it to somebody's mind one way or another, and then helping spread the word and having people referred back to you. You know, so I mean, I'm with a business networking organization that is international, and they have 52 hours of Zoom sessions a week. You know, so I take a few 4 or 5 hours to plug into there and telling 74,000 of them, you know, come get us. You know, we got jobs there, and they're all professionals, so they're there that they're in a job, but we know that they know people who could use this service. So we're funneling them in any way we can.
I think that's so extraordinary. I was talking to an organization just last week, and they have all these employers, and they don't have people with disabilities. And they want to match up and target that audience for the innovation and for that focus and for that acknowledgement. And here you are, you're reaching out to all these people that need jobs, and they're looking for these employers. So it's so great that you're tapping into both audiences. So Annamaria, how do they find your site? How do they find these resources?
OnwardUpwardInc.org.
OnwardUpwardInc.org. And so,
and under services, we have job ready training.
And so what's happening in January 21 for Wisconsin? Is there some new classes or further developments?
We are enrolling for the 8 weeks and the 14 weeks training that's going to start in January. Yes.
Oh,
And I'm already starting to talk to veterans about that.
woo!
I know, it's exciting.
Well, that's fantastic. It's so exciting. We've got bells ringing at this end to celebrate that exciting news. It was so phenomenal. So, Annamaria, what is your most impressive story or observation you've got of Kurt?
Oh, he is amazing.
He is amazing. Do you remember a conversation or a breakthrough or a relationship he made happen? What's so amazing about our
I'm
Kurt?
the product of his MacGyverish ability to connect.
Ah,
And the fact that I'm with you today is all Kurt.
it's all Kurt. So, Kurt, how come everybody I talk to, about half a dozen people, have called you MacGyver? What is this relationship to you and MacGyver?
Well, I guess I've been fortunate with a lot of opportunities that in leadership and in friendships I've formed, places I've gone around the world. That I'm learning more through the disability community. But I guess in earlier life, I've learned how to adapt and look at the positives in front of me. And in business, having that art form of everybody around can moan and complain and yeah, we got to do that. Let's get it out. But then once we learn what we can't do, let's turn around and figure out what we can do. And so when I meet people like Annamaria Bliven, and I'm like, she does great work helping people get jobs, and she goes all the way to the extent if somebody's, experiencing homelessness, that doesn't matter. They can still go on a track to a job, and let's specialize in that. And I guess I come from that standpoint that, I was told by a gentleman once about 13 years ago. He said, Kurt, what I do when I'm with somebody, I look at them and I just realize and I appreciate and I celebrate that they are an amazing gift from God.
Yes.
And I am here with the honor of being able to be with this individual and all that they provide. And my role is to see what I can do so that I don't hold this person back. And what can I do to get this, whatever is existing between myself and another person, how can we work together to bring our combined energies to their full force? And I just thought, that sums it up in a way that I think I felt like that way before.
Yeah.
But to hear a gentleman actually tell me that in a one-to-one conversation, that was really profound. And I think I've kind of adopted his mode of life, and it's fruitful with what we're talking about today.
Wow. And so now you've told us a bit about your MacGyvering self. What is it about Annamaria that had you invite her into this world? What's your favorite story or compliment that you could share with the world to tell us all about Annamaria?
Well, I guess we'll go right to the saying where there's a thing about what people tell you, but then there's another thing about how they make you feel. And, Annamaria has this way that, you feel you're with somebody that, I'm a gentleman that in past decades of my life, I was not real good at being vulnerable or authentic. And I was kind of one of these, I don't want to say callous, but, just kind of posturing. What's that?
Brave face.
Yeah. So, but the thing that really struck me is I was relating to Annamaria in one conversation about how, like I was just alluding to, how when I look back, like using the pun of this year, hindsight is 2020, and looking back and like thinking of 15 years ago and, longer ago, and then looking at where I am today, I kind of shared it that it's a transformational process. Mm-hmm. And what Annamaria told me, she's like, well, Kurt, what you're telling me about is I feel like I'm getting to know that there was a Kurt Ruskopf 1.0, and then there's Kurt Ruskopf 2.0. And it's just those practicalities and those things that just really solidify to say that Annamaria is really able to connect. Like you're saying, I'm a connector, but I may be just the instigator. But Annamaria really connects, outreaches and inreaches, and just really works with whatever's inside a person, their soul, what stirs in their belly, what's on their mind, and puts it all together that it can be something in the day ahead.
Oh my gosh. And so just like Annamaria did a 2.0 observation of Kurt Ruskopf, your training programs and your relationship with TDC USA is creating 2.0 for all of our fabulous veterans out there that have, sacrificed in their life and their days and could to be a vet. And so now you're being that ally and that lifeline so that everybody can be the 2.0 version that they want to be by the sounds of it.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
And for me, what I
Yeah.
can share for me is that this is my middle name. My middle name is William.
William.
And if you look up the etymology of William, it's shared wisdom. So if you want a guy that can pour it on, I can pour it on like the rest of them.
Woo! Oh, that's so fun. So what do people who do not get involved, how do they contact? So can you please give our listeners some more information?
Well, they can contact Kurt, and they can contact me.
And how? How do they?
Well, through the website.
Okay. And the
Definitely.
website of Onward
Upward, inc.org.
Right? And INC, just the incorporated, folks. Onward, inc.org.
Yes.
And that's how they find Kurt, how they find you, and they find job placement training program, or they're an employer that says, I want to be a part of providing opportunities.
Yes.
Or they have resources or sponsorship.
Yes.
What is it that you hope most people reach out for?
Both. We very much would like for sponsors to underwrite the cost for those to go through this program and make a difference in their lives and livelihood.
Fantastic. That's so great.
And we're inviting disabled, we're inviting military veterans, and we're, of course, disabled military veterans that have laid it all on the line.
Yeah.
Needing a 2.0 opportunity such as this, they need underwriting.
Yeah. And deserve it. I mean,
Yes.
and you think about the skill set and the kind of characteristics and traits and values that vets possess, right? Going into it.
To let everybody know that what you're training in is occupations that are in high demand.
Yes. Right? Huge gap right now between the Americans with Disability Act and the Canadian with Disability Act. And so all of this marketing and branding, businesses and organizations and not-for-profits, everybody is trying to get their media communications accessible and more user-friendly. And so what's extraordinary is you have folks that know how to meet this so that people can comply, because January is a really fast deadline. So let's leverage these resources. And did that trigger anything you want to add on for either of you?
Well, I'm just thinking that you're making it sound like it could be a great Christmas, Kwanzaa, Hanukkah present that, as we look at where we're going to be a month from now, it could really be, a nice, sweet thing to look forward to when people then go towards New Year's Day and look at it as the dawn of a new day and what does 2021 provide to be here at the Disability Channel with the Job Ready training, with Onward and Upward, and to all come together and keep growing this family. Because I've had other family businesses with my blood family, but now I'm with a family, like they say, friends are the family you can choose.
Yes.
So I hope people like something we're doing here today and might choose us, or at least me. I crave attention.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're fully transparent. Talk about completely authentic. And I love that you started in with water skiing, and I'm a sailor and a skier, and it's so true, right? Those characteristics of people in sport, and then sport with disability, and then you add veterans with a disability that are driven. This is just a phenomenal matchup. Welcome to our family.
Well, thank you.
And listeners, we are looking to expand our family. So reach out to Onward and Upward in the USA. This is the Today Show. I am Unstoppable Tracy, your host. and I am over the moon beyond excited that I am now family members with USA, Kurt Ruskopf, and Annamaria Bliven. Check out the website onwardandupwardinc.org. Thank you for joining us today. I am Unstoppable Tracy, your host of the Today Show on the Disability Channel. Today's guests were the extraordinary Annamaria Bliven from onwardupwardinc.org, and Kurt and Annamaria can both be found on the website Onward Upward Inc. Thanks for joining in. Take care.